What's up, guys? My name is Dollface and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be talking about a very, very exciting topic. Yes, I know I'm going to say this in every single one, but I'm so excited! Mostly because we are switching it up again and we are going to be talking about spirits. We are going to be talking about the spirit of the lady in red and also the lady in white. So this is going to be a little bit interesting considering there is so much in each topic, but I'm only going to be doing the two and I'm going to be trying to cover as much as I possibly can. So, can I say, let's get started. I'm not sure if any of you guys have actually heard about the Lady Red or the Lady White, but I know for a fact that it is so popular. It's been in movies and books and also TV shows, so I wouldn't be surprised if you guys haven't heard at least about one of them, especially the Lady in White. First, we're going to start off with the Lady in White. The Lady in White is the most popular one, being in movies such as La Llorona, books like The Lady in White, Ghost. There has even been TV shows that bring up the Lady in White. In the show Supernatural, it features a lady by the name of Constance Welsh. In this specific episode, a husband actually drives his wife insane, and it leads her to drowning her own children. Constance then panics and realizes what she had done and then took her own life by jumping off the bridge. She would then come back as a revengeful spirit, acting like a hitchhiker, accepting rides from narcissistic men, taking their lives, and actually leaving them for dead. So while I was researching the Lady in White, I found not only stories that crossed all over the USA, and I mean stories that are, all the way to California, all the way down to New York, and so on, but I also found stories that go all around the world, even to the UK, and even further on than that. So let's go ahead and get started with those. Also, the legends actually talk about a newlywed couple who have skid off into a tree or had some kind of tragic car accident or accident within itself, and she is usually known to be hitchhiking along the road wearing a wedding dress that's all dirty, and she's all scratched up and bruised up and in not very good condition. The Philippines has a popular story about a taxi driver working at night, and while he was working, a beautiful woman wearing a white dress had got into the cab and asked him for a ride. During this drive, he had tried talking to the woman, but she was very quiet. Glancing over at her, she had noticed that she was covered in blood, scratches, and bruises, and started to become concerned. He then had pulled over the car and fled from the car in fright. Some say the woman in white is also a spirit that comes from a horrendous tragedy or even a loss of a romantic betrayal. Others say that she is also a relentless spirit. There is so many different legends, and I'm going to go ahead and give you a brief description of a few. We will go back and start at the Hispanic version of La Llorona, and it talks about a woman who goes by the name of Maria, who drowned her kids in order to be with the man that she loved, and then drowned herself in a lake in Mexico City. So that sometimes that she even goes around kidnapping children that resemble her own, or children who are disobedient to their parents. In the United Kingdom, there is a spirit that is also known as the White Lady of Willow Park. One story says that the Lady of Willow Park was drowned in the lake by her soon-to-be husband who killed her. Then there's also another story of where she was stuck in a cave and actually committed suicide. In Slavic mythology, there's a creature called the Rusalka, which is a spirit of a woman or young girl who had died violently. They say that she either committed suicide because of a betrayal of a lover, or she was an unmarried pregnant woman that had her child killed, and then unfortunately they had killed her as well. But unlike the Lady in White, they could also turn into other forms such as mermaids, succubus, a nymph. In the Brazilian folklore, the story is told that a young woman died giving birth to a child or was violently killed in a honor sacrifice. usually in the form of adultery, denial of sex, or even abuse. So we're going to go ahead and start The Lady in Red. The Lady in Red is not as popular as The Lady in White, like how she was within folklores and a whole bunch of movies and everything else. But The Lady in Red is known to be more of a spirit that has been either deceived by a recent lover or maybe even was killed in the heat of moment as a prostitute. So there's a lot of places that the Lady in Red actually haunts, but some of them are known to be the Mizpah Hotel, the Fairmont Hotel, the Blake Street Vault, and even Leap Castle, which, if you have watched any of my other episodes, we have talked about the Lady in Red at Leap Castle before when we had talked about castles. So if you have not seen that episode, I highly recommend it. I go a lot further into it in that episode. But anyways, I'll go ahead and finish with this one. Even though she isn't as popular as the Lady in White, she can be found in places all over the world, such as the United States, up throughout Canada, all the way through Ireland, and even England. So let's go ahead and start with the Mizpah Hotel. It is said that the Lady in Red that's at the Mizpah Hotel was a prostitute who did most of her business at and with the people who stayed at the hotel as patrons in the 1920s. The rich man had violently killed her in the room on the 5th floor out of rage and jealousy after finding out that she had more customers than just him. Many people have been to the hotel to investigate for themselves and have caught plenty of spooky experiences, including pictures of EVPs and even apparitions. Even some awesome videos on here, as in YouTube, that you can go ahead and check out, and they actually show some pretty cool captures from people who have actually visited the hotel. Next on our list, the Fairmont Hotel. The story goes that her name was Jeannie. She was a regular at the hotel for many, many years until one night she was driving home and had a terrible accident that actually took her life. I'll say she is mostly seen on the 14th floor of the hotel or near the elevator. Now onto Blake Street Vault. Yes, you guys, Blake Street Vault. As in, we are back to our Colorado homebounds. Her name is Lydia, and she was known as one of the salon girls in the 1860s. She was murdered by a crazy male customer who actually came from behind her and pushed her down the staircase, killing her. I shouldn't be laughing. I'm sorry. That's really bad. Allegedly, there have been shadows seen in the basement, and you can also hear her high heels clinking across the floorboard. And finally, off to the Leap Castle. We've been on the last part of the video. And finally off to the Leap Castle, which we have talked about in a previous episode that I have already said, earlier in this video. So if you were listening before, here we go. No. I promise I won't go on too much about it. But anyways, she was a woman who was raped and murdered at the Leap Castle and has been seen going throughout the castle with a bloody dagger in her hand. If you guys really enjoyed that little bit of a switcheroo we did this week, if you guys would like me to talk about something, go ahead and leave a comment, and I will go ahead and make a video as soon as I can. I really appreciate all you guys' help and support in making these videos. I have been doing topics all up to you guys lately, and all the ones I find interesting, and if I don't get to it, don't worry, because I will get to it soon, and I promise. So go ahead and subscribe, and leave a comment, and leave a topic, and I will get to it soon. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. I will talk to you guys soon.